Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to add Zoom meeting registrant on Elementor form submission. So I am a financial advisor and a business consultant, and for my clients, I regularly conduct various webinars on various subjects. Now for the registration of these webinars, I have created a registration form with the help of Elementor and I have attached it on my website. Now my objective is that as soon as a client is going to submit that registration form on Elementor, automatically that client should be added as a webinar registrant in my Zoom account. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up the connection between Elementor and Zoom, and that we are going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step for your business, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Zoom meeting registrant for Elementor form submission. So I am a financial advisor and business consultant, and on regular basis for my clients, I conduct webinars on different subjects. So here I have created a registration form with the help of Elementor, that is the plugin of WordPress, and I have attached that form on my website. So my objective is that as soon as a client who is interested in attending the webinar is going to submit that form on Elementor through my website, then automatically that person should be added as a registrant in the meeting of Zoom. Okay, that means the webinar. So in order to automate the entire process, I am going to set up the connection between Elementor and Zoom. And because they are not directly connected, so in order to build this connection, we have to use another application, another software, that is Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to automate all our repetitive tasks on daily basis without the requirement of any coding and any programming skills. So let's get started quickly. This is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will create a free new account for you just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in currently. This is all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on the dashboard, we can find all the workflows which we have created. And to save these workflows, we can also create separate folders on our dashboard. Now to create a new workflow, we are going to click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, a dialog box has appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Add Zoom meeting registrant on Elementor form submission. After giving the name to my workflow, I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have separate folders for different kind of workflows. Among this list, I'm going to select automations for Zoom. This is the folder which I have created for all the automations which I am going to create related to my Zoom meetings and webinars. Okay, let's click on create now. And as we have done that, a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains a blank workflow which we have to fill with two extremely important windows, trigger and actions. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation works. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now, let's suppose my objective is that as soon as a new form is submitted in Elementor by the client, automatically that client should be added as the registrant in the webinar in Zoom. So we are going to take, let's say, Elementor in trigger and Zoom in our action step. When we are going to build the connection between these applications, we will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the form is submitted, then only the meeting registrant will be created, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start creating our automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, we will go towards our trigger step and we will select our trigger application. Now, what is our trigger application? That will be Elementor. So let's select that. Elementor is the form and the website builder application, that is the plugin of WordPress. So I have created my registration form for the webinars with the help of Elementor, and I have attached the form, let's say, on my website. So whenever the form will be submitted, I want to capture the response. So here we have to select the trigger event now, new form submission. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. So here you can see we have received a webhook URL and here we have received some instructions. So when we will follow the given instructions step by step and we will insert this webhook URL in our Elementor form on the specific form which we have to connect, then the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new form submission in that form in Elementor towards Pabbly Connect. So let's copy the webhook URL and then I'm going to tell you exactly what you are supposed to do. So now first of all I will take you towards my WordPress site, as Elementor is the plugin of WordPress. After coming on WordPress, you have to install the Elementor plugin, and if you have installed it, then you have to create the form. So this is the form. I'm going to quickly edit it in front of you. Here I have name, email and message field. So I'm going to remove this message field and I'm going to add another field with a number because I want phone number of the client over here. After adding the fields which you want in the form, you have to connect this specific form with Pabbly Connect. So here we'll scroll down. You can see the option of actions after submit. Now here you will click on plus sign and you have to search for webhook. After adding the webhook element, we will scroll down and you can see the webhook option is available over here. So let's select it and we will paste the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect in this webhook URL field. After doing this, we just have to click on publish to publish the form and the setup which we have made. And with this, our connection is successful between Elementor and Pabbly Connect. So as we have done that, the connection between Elementor forms and Pabbly Connect is successful. So we'll move back towards Pabbly Connect. It is showing waiting for webhook response. This means that now we have to capture the response of the form by doing a test submission. How we are going to do that? By simply submitting the form which we have recently connected in Elementor. So this is the form. We have already connected it with Pabbly Connect. Now we are going to click on preview changes to open the form and we will submit the form. Okay. So here I'm going to enter some dummy details to submit this form, and as soon as we will do that, the response of the form is going to be captured inside Pabbly Connect. Let's start with the name. So let's say the name of the client who is submitting this form is latest client. Let's say the email of this client is latest3@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to enter the phone number of the client as well. And then I'm going to submit the form. As soon as we have submitted this form, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will wait for a few seconds to capture the response and you can see that the response is captured. So in the response, we have received all the details. One by one, we will start reading. Here, first of all, we have the name of the form, that is registration form. Okay, we have the form ID, we have the user agent, the time at which the form is submitted. We have the remote IP address. Okay, we have the phone number of the client, page URL, name of the client and the email. And these details are exactly the same which we have entered while submitting the form. So this means our connection between Elementor and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful, and every time now a new form will be submitted, automatically the response is going to be captured inside Pabbly Connect with all the details. Once we have received the response, our objective is to add the client who has submitted his form in Elementor as a registrant in our webinar in Zoom. So for that, I will have to build the connection between Zoom and Pabbly Connect. We'll go towards our action step and we will select our action application as Zoom. Let's select that. Over here, we have to select the action event. So our action event over here will be to add meeting registrant. Let's select that. Then we'll click on connect. You can see I'm already logged into my Zoom account. So now we are going to build a new connection. In case if you already have an existing connection, you can go with this option, select existing connection. To build a new connection, I will show you how you have to do. You have to just go towards add new connection. You will click on connect with Zoom. And over here, you can see that our authorization has become successful. Now we are going to move forward. We will enter the details in these fields to create a registrant in the meeting. So first of all, we'll have to select the specific meeting in which we want to add the registrants. So you can see I have all these meetings in my Zoom account. I'm going to select the specific meeting, manage personal finance and investment. This is the webinar for which I want to add the registrant. So I'm going to select the same from the drop down, manage personal finance and investments. Then it is asking us the email address of the registrant. So how we are going to get this email address? We have received all the details of the registrant in our earlier response already. Are we going to enter it manually by copy and pasting? No. We will simply map the data by inserting it from the previous step. This is the email. When we'll select it, it is mapped over here. When we have mapped this data, it has become dynamic, and with each and every new response, automatically now it is going to replace. So this means that every time a new form is going to be submitted by a client, automatically the response is going to be captured, and all the details which we are going to map are going to replace with the new details of that new response. And this way we are going to automate the entire process. If we will enter the data manually over here, it will become static, and then it is not going to replace with every new response. Therefore, in order to automate the process smoothly, we have to map the data. Now the next it is asking us the first name, last name and other details of the client. Here we are going to quickly map the details, but you can see I have not received first name and last name separately in my response, because in the form I only have full name field. So what we can do, we can simply split the name in this case. How we are going to do that? For that, we will simply click on this add action step button in between, and our action application over here will be text formatter by Pabbly. Text formatter is an amazing feature which helps us to format the text in the workflow according to our choice. Here our action event will be split text, because we want to split the name. Let's click on connect. We will map the name which we want to split over here in text to split. So here this is the name of the client. I want to split the name between first name and last name. How you're going to split it? The separator value you have to enter. So the value which I'm going to use as a separator is the space. So here I'm going to copy the space format and I will paste over here. So with the help of space in between the first name and last name, I'm going to split this name. Then it is asking us a segment index. What segment of this text you want? First, second, last or all? I want both first name and last name, so I will select all over here and we'll click on save and send test request button. The response is received and the name is split. So now we are going to map the first name first of all and then the last name as well. Okay, here we have address, city, country. If you have received all these details, you can also enter them. I have not received them, so I'm going to ignore these fields. And here, because country is going to be same each time, so I'm going to enter it manually, the country code, India. Then here we have the phone number. So let's map the phone number of the client and done. After entering the phone number, we'll move forward, and over here we have another field which is mandatory, that is mobile number. So once again, I will map the phone number which I have received of the client over here. And along with this, it is asking us the country code as well. So I will simply enter +91. Okay, let's click on save and send test request button now. And as we have done that, you can see that the response is received. Here we have the registrant ID, the meeting ID and the topic. So let's go and check whether automatically this client is added as the registrant in meeting or not. So this is my meeting. I'm going to open it. We have all the details. We have the registrations. Let's go towards registrations, and when we'll go towards view section, here you can see that a new registration is made over here. New registrant is added today, 7th November 2024, and this is the time. We have the name and the email as well. This means our connection is absolutely successful between Elementor and Zoom. So now every time a new form will be submitted by the client for the registrations in Elementor, automatically that person will be added as the webinar registrant in Zoom. So after completing this workflow, I am going to test it once again. I will go back towards my Elementor forms, and over here I'm going to click on refresh. I'm going to submit this form quickly with another details, and as soon as we will do that, automatically the registrant will be added in the meeting. So let's get started. Let's say the name this time of the client who is submitting this form is Smart Client. Let's say the email of this client is smartclient@pabblyconnect.com. Let's say the phone number is, and I'm going to submit the form quickly. And as we have done that, you can see the form is submitted. So let's go and check on Zoom. We will go back. This is the meeting. I'm going to open it. Here we have the registrations. We'll go towards the view section, and over here we have the new client added as the registrant. We have the name of the registrant as Smart Client. We have the email and the date. This means our connection is absolutely successful, and also our workflow is running fine. So here you can also very easily create this amazing automation step by step without any coding or any programming skills for your business, for adding registrants in your Zoom meeting every time a form will be submitted in Elementor. So I hope this automation is clear to you. It is helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.